Hello grade 12s, welcome back to another video. We'll be doing analytical geometry. Now we are going to deal with everything that you have to know with circle geometry, because in grade 12 we get introduced to circle geometry. Now what you have to know is the equation of a circle. So is x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals to r squared, the r being the radius. A line drawn from the center of the circle to the circumference of the circle is the radius. Now, if this line was cutting the circle into half, drawn from the center, drawn from the other side of the circumference to the other side of the circumference, if this line was cutting this circle into half, this line will be called a diameter. So for you to get a radius, you have to divide your diameter into 2. So a is the x value of the center of the circle, like this -2. And then b is the y value coordinate of the circle, which is the +4. Right? So when you take them to the equation, that is how you're going to take them. So the signs here don't matter on the equation. It has to be minus. The equation of a circle is here. When we substitute everything, we have the radius is 7. The length from the center to the circumference of the circle is 7. And the x coordinate is -2. And the y coordinate is 4. So that is why we substitute them into this equation, and you do not take that sign into consideration, because the equation of the circle needs to be in this manner. So we also have to know a tangent. A tangent in analytical geometry, the equation of the tangent will be y equals to mx plus c. Remember in Euclidean geometry that a tangent is a line that touches the circle only once. So we meet again with this tangent in analytical geometry. So you not only deal with tangent in Euclidean geometry, you also see it in analytical geometry. So this is a radius and a tangent. When they touch each other, they form a 90-degree angle. So which means if I take the gradient of this line and the gradient of the the radius, and the gradient of the tangent, when I multiply them, they have to give me -1. So if you have the gradient of this tangent, then you can just say, replace this maybe with its a here is 0, it's b or c here. You just say this one times OB. That's the only thing that you are going to do. Oh, and then you say is equals to -1, so that you can get the final thing there. But we will do an example so that you see exactly how we do it. But what you just have to know is that the gradient of those two lines need to be equal to -1. So here we are. I have examples here. The first one says determine the equation of a circle. The center of the circle is located at origin and has a radius of -5. So when the center of the circle is located at origin, what is going to happen is that y is 0 and x is 0. What you have to take in note is that in grade 11, right, you will see a Cartesian plane and a triangle, a rhombus, or whatever will be drawn, right? It's the same thing. These circles are drawn on a Cartesian plane. So the center is located at the origin. In the origin is where x and y meet here at 0, right? So the equation will be x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared equals to 5 squared, since the radius is 5. So when you multiply, you can, when you, if you want to, so this one, x minus 0, that is x squared plus y squared equals to 25. So you see, we have determined the equation of that circle at origin. So we are also given a question here to determine the coordinates of the diameter AB, and after determine the equation of the circle. So the coordinates, I didn't write, I'm sorry, for A is 7 and 10, and for B is 11 and negative 2. So we have to determine the equation of the diameter. So what you're going to do is you have to use the midpoint formula to find the midpoint of these two. So let's say we have a circle like this. This is A, 7, 10, and this is B, and that is 11 and negative 2. So this is the scenario, right? These are the coordinates of the diameter of the circle. Or maybe A is here and B is here, but these are the coordinates of the diameter. Diameter is passing through the center. Now what we have to do is that we have to x1 plus x2, midpoint formula, y1 plus y2 all over 2, and that will be 7 plus 11 over 2, and that will be 10 plus negative 2 over 2. This is 10. My pen is running out. That is 9.4. Sorry, 9 and 4. So this is the coordinates of the center, right? So we have this coordinates as the, we have these two as the coordinates of the center. Now what we have to do when we determine the equation, we'll say x minus 9 squared plus y minus 4 squared. This is where we are, and now we have to find the radius, right? So for us to find the radius here, we're going to use the distance formula. The distance formula is what will give us the radius of this circle. You can try that. Try to calculate the distance, and the answer that you should have should be 4 root 10